While growing up, I always looked for ways to entertain myself, since my parents made it pretty clear that watching TV and playing video games all day were not an option. So throughout my life, I've picked up a bunch of hobbies: playing guitar, basketball, football, yo-yos, Rubik's Cubes, among others. Whatever it was, I ended up obsessing about it, and dedicated a lot of time to master the craft. And most often than not, I got to the point where people around me considered me to be pretty good at it. And it made sense. I had spent a lot of time practicing, so naturally, I would get good. But not in my mind. In my mind, I was just barely average. So what if I could do a couple of tricks with a yo-yo, or play a few songs on the guitar? Anyone could do that. Real talented people were able to do amazing stuff that no matter how much I tried, I was never gonna be able to do. I had that mentality with almost everything that I did. I considered myself to be okay in a lot of things, but not great in anything, and that frustrated me. So after a while, I decided to look into it. If there's an explanation, then there's probably a way to fix it, right? Well, I stumbled upon two psychological explanations that kind of fit the bill. The first one is called the imposter syndrome, which states that some high-achieving individuals feel like a fraud, and it doesn't matter how much evidence there is of their success or their skills. They feel like it's just luck, or that it's just a matter of time before people realize they're just an imposter. And though some parts of it ring true for me, I've never felt like I was deceiving others. From my perspective, it was more that people overestimated how good I was at something because they didn't know what being good actually was. That combined with the fact that I've never been good at taking compliments, and people sometimes interpret my lack of confidence as being humble, only frustrates me more. But then I came upon the second psychological explanation, the Dunning-Kruger effect, which has a hilarious origin story. You see, David Conant and Justin Kruger are two psychologists that got inspired by the curious case of MacArthur Wheeler, a bank robber that came up with the brilliant conclusion that if lemon juice can be used as invisible ink, then it could be used to make other things invisible, right? So, MacArthur Wheeler covered his face in lemon juice and robbed two banks, believing that the surveillance cameras wouldn't be able to see his face because, you know, he was invisible. Surprisingly, he got caught. Anyways, after studying the case, Dunning and Kruger came to the conclusion that people are very bad at evaluating their own competence. So, incompetent people might not know they're incompetent. That's why that friend of yours that is really bad at singing thinks American Idol is their true calling. They haven't had any education or training that enlightens them in how bad they are. But the Dunning-Kruger effect also applies to competent people, since they can't evaluate themselves accurately either. They think they're just simply not that good. If, for example, they find it easy to draw a person with anatomically correct proportions, then everyone should find it equally easy, right? So where do that leaves me? Do I suffer from the Dunning-Kruger effect? Well, maybe. I'm not a psychologist. I really can't diagnose myself. But with age, I found the answer. It's not that people overestimated me. It's that I underestimated myself. I couldn't accept the fact that I could be good at something. I felt like I didn't deserve it. I mean, yeah, I may not be an expert in any of the things that I do, and I could look up to others that were so much better than me just to feel like a failure. But I've met some of the people that I look up to, and found out that they also don't feel like they're good enough. They also have others that they look up to. The difference is that instead of getting frustrated by it, they take it as an inspiration and a challenge to push themselves forward. So next time someone tells you you're pretty good at something,
I like what you got, good job!
Take the compliment and stay humble. Know that no matter how good you are, you could be better. Now, I want to hear about you guys. What do you feel you're good at? It could be anything. For example, I consider myself to be pretty good at playing devil's advocate. And if you're having one of those days and feel like you're not good at anything at the moment, then tell me what's something you wish to be good at. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Maybe share it with someone you think might enjoy it too. And remember to subscribe for future content. See you next time.